My next guest is one of the stars of the phenomenon that's taking Broadway by storm. I'm talking about Hamilton. It is the Grammy Award-winning musical about the life of Alexander Hamilton, told through rap and hip-hop. And trust me, it is an absolute must-see. All the hype is real. Please welcome Renée Elise Goldsberry. It's the hottest ticket in town. I was lucky to see it. I saw you backstage. She's marvelous in this, just beyond belief. It's so great. Everybody is so great. I said before, there's some things I almost didn't want to go because there was so much hype. You think it can never live up to it, and it more than lives up to it. And you have had some amazing people in your audience. Beyonce's been there,
yes.
Barbara Streisand,
yes.
Meryl Streep. President Obama's been there twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes. Well, Michelle came first, and she told him to come.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yes.
great. He does what Michelle says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pressure, though. Was that pressure to have the president there? Because you must have known.
We did. I actually like not to know who's going to be there because I do get very nervous. I didn't know that Beyonce was there. That worked out for me.
Yeah, and I'm sure knowing that I was there probably would have freaked you out.
It would have been horrible.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it's good when you know people are there because you feel that love. And that's how it would have been. But yeah,
the president.
I knew that he was going to be there because there's a lot of planning and a lot of security. And I thought I would be more nervous than I was, but we were so excited to tell this particular story to a sitting president and then this sitting president. It was such an honor to share it. And most often it feels that way, an honor to introduce the world to this beautiful piece of work.
Yeah, and the critics who have seen it, every review from Rolling Stone, CNN, Vogue, they refer to it as groundbreaking, a game changer for Broadway. Why do you think that is? What is it about this musical?
It's so funny. I think I'll be answering that question for the rest of my life, and smarter people will do a better job. But I really think it's the best life story I've ever heard that I didn't know, that we don't know and we should know because it was obscured from us, believe it or not. And this really brilliant biographer, Ron Chernow, uncovered it. And then Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's, I think, the best writer in the theater.
Who picks up a biography about Alexander Hamilton and goes, that would be a great musical?
Yes.
I mean, that takes some kind of a mind.
So that's the story. Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote the show and stars in it, he picked up the biography on his way to vacation because, you know, that's what he does.
Yeah, right.
And he thought, oh, my God, how does this not exist already? And this should be a hip-hop musical.
Wow. And you play Angelica Schuyler, who is Hamilton's sister-in-law, who really carries a torch for him, but realizes she can't marry him. You almost didn't audition for this part. You almost didn't do. Why?
Because I go kicking and screaming into almost every blessing I've ever had in my life. I hope I'm not alone in that. I just, you know, I was just really involved in my life. I have two beautiful children, and honestly, because the breakdown said Nicki Minaj type. And I just did not
see yourself
give myself the credit for being a Nicki Minaj type. I read that, I'm like, there's no way I'm getting this job.
So then what made you decide, wait a minute, I am going to go audition?
I listened to a demo of Lin singing the song that I sang, and I just thought, I have to figure out what he's saying, and I have to be as close to that as possible.
Was it instant? Did they let you know right away? Did you have to audition a lot? Or?
I auditioned one time.
Oh,
God bless you, Tommy Kail, the director.
I'm not surprised.
I auditioned one time,
Well, you command a stage. Your presence is so powerful. But you've been commanding a lot of attention since the time you were little. Because you were a class clown, right?
I was the class clown. That's so funny. I was, yes.
We check into this. And I understand you had a teacher that actually handled you the right way.
I did. I talk a lot about teachers and art in schools and how it saves our lives. It definitely saved mine. I wish we could all clap loud enough that they would, you know, bring music classes and dance classes to every public school around the country. But yeah, I was in a music class and I was sitting in the back and I was imitating the teacher. I was making fun of her. Everything she sang, I would like sing it like, you know. And I didn't think she could hear me. I was just making people laugh. And I just remember her spinning her head around from the piano and staring at me, and I was just like, oh my God. And she thought for a second, and she said, it seems we have a singer in the class. as opposed to get out of my
exactly,
class.
go to the principal,
Yeah,
right.
and she brought me to the front of the class, and from that moment on, she gave me all the solos. Can you believe that?
Wow, what year was that? How old were you
I
that
think
point?
I was in 5th grade.
Wow. Do you remember her name?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, whoever you are, thank you.
Oh my God! I had this dream that you were gonna say she's here.
But she is in you.
Oh, that's so
Such
sweet
an
of
amazing
you.
spirit. Renee, I love you.
Thank
and
you
I've
so
loved you
much.
for a long time, and
Oh,
you are so fabulous.
Thank you
really.
so much.
Congrats. Congrats
Thank you
to
so much.
You can snag a ticket. Go see Renee in Hamilton at the Richard Rogers Theater in New York City.